179 people are dead after a plane skidded off a runway in South Korea and burst into flames.
Welcome back, history buff. Back in time here. On December 29, 2024, the aviation world was shaken by the tragic crash of Jeju Air Flight 2216. A Boeing 737-800, carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew members, overshot the runway at Muan International Airport in South Korea. The plane's landing gear failed to deploy after a bird strike during its first landing attempt. The plane landed belly, skidded out of control, and collided with a concrete structure. Only 2 of the 181 people on board survived. Families were shattered, and the world was left asking, how could this happen again? This heartbreaking incident immediately brought back memories of past tragedies. TAM Airlines. Flight 3054 in Brazil reminded us how devastating aviation disasters can be, and why safety must always come first. Much like the Jeju Air crash, TAM Airlines Flight 3054 reveals how technical problems, human error, and weak infrastructure can lead to disaster. On July 17, 2007, TAM Airlines Flight 3054, an Airbus A320, took off from Porto Alegre, Brazil, heading to São Paulo at 17:19 local time. There were 187 people on board, 6 crew members and 181 passengers. The weather was poor, and the crew had to make a few course adjustments. Up to the landing, everything seemed routine. The plane attempted a night landing at 18:54 local time, 21:54 UTC, but failed to decelerate properly after touching down on runway 35L. The situation quickly spiraled out of control. The right engine kept producing forward thrust, and the ground spoilers did not deploy. The asymmetric thrust caused the plane to veer left. The pilots tried to regain control, but it was too late. The plane sped off the runway, crossed a road, and crashed into a TAM Express warehouse and a Shell gas station. The impact was devastating, and the plane burst into flames. Tragically, 199 people were killed, including all 187 people on board and 12 people on the ground. The main issue? Pilot error. In January 2007, Airbus introduced a new safety procedure for A320 pilots, emphasizing balanced thrust management during landing and taxiing. The primary change involved ensuring that both throttle to idle and when reverse thrust is needed, especially on wet or short runways, both engines must be set to reverse thrust. The older method pulled only one thrust lever into reverse while leaving the other idle, but the captain did not do that. He left the right thrust lever in the climb position, which continued producing forward thrust while the left engine reversed. This imbalance made it impossible to stop the aircraft. If he was attempting the old procedure, he got it wrong. But the pilots weren't the only problem. Brazil's aviation authority, ANAC, was also criticized for poor oversight. Congonhas Airport lacked proper safety features, no runway grooves or safety areas at the end. One major improvement after the crash was the addition of EMAS, Engineered Materials Arrestor Systems, at both ends of Congonhas's main runways, 35L and 17R. What is EMAS? It's a safety system made of crushable materials that can stop a plane if it overshoots the runway. Think of it as an emergency brake for planes. Since then, EMAS has become a standard safety feature at airports worldwide, reducing risks and damages from runway overruns. It's been years since the TAM Airlines Flight 3054 disaster, but the pain of that loss still lingers. Improvements like EMAS have made flying safer, yet incidents like Jeju Air Flight 2216 prove there is still more to do. Aviation safety is not just about fixing past mistakes, it's about staying ahead of future risks. In aviation, safety isn't just about numbers, it's about lives, and the cost of complacency is far too high to ignore.